We got NBA superstar Brandon Ingram getting his heart broken by none other than GloRilla herself and the man she allegedly cheated with, Pooh Shiesty. But first, let me break down 7 things about this messy situation that are gonna blow your mind. And yo, what if I told you that one of the hottest rappers in the game right now might have just destroyed a multi-million-dollar relationship for some Memphis street love? I kid you not. This story is absolutely insane and goes way deeper than y'all think. So let me break it down for you real quick. GloRilla and Brandon Ingram's love story started like something out of a movie, no cap. According to GloRilla herself in that Complex interview, they met on Thanksgiving last year when she went to see him play for the New Orleans Pelicans in Memphis. Bro, picture this. You got this rising rap star from Memphis, fresh off her FNF success, pulling up to support her home team. But instead of just watching the game, she catches the eye of one of the NBA's most talented players. And get this, he made the first move. Him. She said it laughing when asked who made the first move. Y'all seeing this? This man, Brandon Ingram, really shot his shot with one of the hottest rappers in the game and won. For real though, this was like a perfect match on paper. You got Brandon Ingram, 6'8", making that max contract money, one of the smoothest players in the league. Then you got Glo, Memphis royalty, chart-topping hits, that authentic street credibility that you can't fake. They were the power couple nobody saw coming, but everybody was here for. But here's what's crazy. GloRilla mentioned in that interview that she likes to keep their relationship private. She said, "I kind of like our privacy. We don't really want to be too much in public." Now, looking back, was she keeping it private to protect their relationship, or was she keeping it private so she could move around freely? That's the question that's got everybody talking. And next, here's where it gets wild. While GloRilla was living her best life with her NBA boyfriend, fans started noticing some suspicious activity between her and Pooh Shiesty in the studio. No cap. If you go back and look at their studio sessions, the chemistry was undeniable. Come on, the way they looked at each other, the way they vibed together. It wasn't just about the music, bro. These two Memphis natives had that connection that goes way deeper than just making hits together. I'm not even lying. Fans on social media started pointing out how comfortable they were with each other. Like this wasn't just professional collaboration. This was two people from the same streets, same struggle, same energy. And that bond was obvious to anybody paying attention. Y'all are not ready for this. But the streets started talking immediately. People were saying things like they got that Memphis connection and they understand each other in ways Brandon never could. And honestly, looking back at it now, the signs were all there. What made it even more suspicious was how GloRilla would light up differently when she was around Pooh Shiesty compared to her public appearances with Brandon. With Brandon, she seemed more reserved, more careful with her words. But with Pooh Shiesty, she was animated, laughing, completely in her element. But wait, let me explain something crucial to understanding this whole situation. Both GloRilla and Pooh Shiesty come from the same Memphis streets, and that bond runs deep. Bro, that's actually insane when you think about it. These two grew up in the same environment, faced the same struggles, and understand that the Memphis hustle mentality you can't teach or fake. When Pooh Shiesty was locked up, GloRilla was out here grinding, and when she blew up, he was still fighting his case for real. There's something about shared struggle that creates unbreakable bonds. While Brandon Ingram was living the NBA lifestyle, private jets, 5-star hotels, million-dollar contracts, NBA-level lifestyle, all of that. But GloRilla and Pooh Shiesty, they were both coming from that same Memphis grind, where every day was a battle. And here's where it gets wild. They speak the same language, literally and figuratively. They get each other's references, know the same people, and have gone through nearly identical experiences. That's a connection money can't buy and fame can't create. I'm telling y'all, sometimes street authenticity trumps everything else. Brandon might have the bag, but Pooh Shiesty has that genuine Memphis credibility that GloRilla respects and vibes with on a level that goes beyond romance. And 4, get this, GloRilla allegedly flew all the way to Dallas just to work on music with Pooh Shy. On the surface, that sounds normal, right? Artists collaborate all the time. But according to street rumors, they were doing way more than just recording. Bruh, think about the logistics. She's got an NBA boyfriend who's probably wondering why she had to go all the way to Dallas for this one session. Couldn't they have done it in Memphis, Atlanta? Why Dallas, for real? Sources close to the situation say they were seen leaving the studio together, going to the same hotel. And let's just say, the music wasn't the only thing getting made that night. That's when the cheating allegations really started heating up. And the timing? Even crazier. This Dallas trip happened right around the time Pooh Shiesty was deciding whether to leave 1017. I think not, no cap. Imagine being Brandon Ingram and finding out your girl flew to another state to work on music and ended up spending the night with another man. That's a betrayal any man would be questioning everything over. And 5, here's the part that really hits. Word is, GloRilla was the one who convinced Pooh Shiesty to leave Gucci Mane's 1017 label and join Yo Gotti's CMG. No cap, this is next-level manipulation. Think about it. Pooh Shiesty was locked up, Gucci Mane kept him relevant, welcomed him home, and then GloRilla swoops in with the "you need to be with your Memphis family" pitch. Suddenly, Pooh is ready to leave the man who held him down. I'm not even kidding. Glo was playing chess while everybody else was playing checkers. She knew that getting Pooh Shiesty back to Memphis meant getting him closer to her and further away from any obligations that might interfere with their collaboration. And here's the genius, or the wildest part. GloRilla is already tied to CMG through her Memphis connections, so convincing Pooh Shiesty to join wasn't just about his career, it was about creating a situation where they could work together freely without raising suspicion. If they're both under the same Memphis umbrella, nobody questions why they're always in the studio together, traveling to the same cities, spending so much time collabing. Perfect cover. And 6, hold up, this is insane. Sources say this led to one of the most disrespectful betrayals in recent hip-hop history. Pooh Shiesty allegedly didn't just leave 1017. He robbed Gucci Mane. Yeah, bruh, we're talking about Pooh Shiesty allegedly taking Gucci Mane's watch and wedding ring at gunpoint during a studio session in Dallas, the same Dallas where he was allegedly getting cozy with GloRilla. Word to my mother, this has Glo's fingerprints all over it. Timeline checks out. She convinces him to leave the label. They allegedly hook up in Dallas, and suddenly, Pooh is robbing the man who gave him everything. Not a coincidence, that's a plan. Gucci Mane's response? Calculated. No social media rant, no diss tracks. He quietly deleted his welcome home post and pulled back all the money and resources he'd given Pooh. That's some boss-level strategy right there. But the streets are saying Glo was the mastermind. Allegedly, Glo told Pooh he needed to cut ties with his Atlanta connections if he wanted to be taken seriously in Memphis. Robbing Gucci Mane, that was supposedly his way of proving loyalty to the Memphis movement. And finally, the real victim here is Brandon Ingram. This man is out here balling on the court, thinking he's in a solid relationship, and meanwhile, his girl is allegedly orchestrating one of the messiest situations in recent hip-hop history. Are we surprised, though? Brandon got money, status, and success, but he's not from Memphis. He doesn't get that street culture, that Memphis pride, that connection GloRilla and Pooh share. No cap. Imagine finding out your girl not only cheated, but convinced her side piece to rob somebody and tank his career in the process. That's a whole different level of betrayal. And peep this, Brandon Ingram has been on a 9-game winning streak lately, and when GloRilla got asked if she had anything to do with it, her answer was real cold. She said, "I'm not gonna speak on what they got going. I don't put nothing on it." Bro, that's suspicious. If that's really your man, why not just say, "Yeah, I support him"?
Why dodge the question like that? And now, according to people close to Brandon, he's starting to put the pieces together. The Dallas trips, the late-night studio sessions, the sudden shift in GloRilla's energy right when Pooh Shiesty came home. It's all lining up. For real, Brandon is probably looking at this whole Pooh Shy and Gucci Mane situation and thinking, hold up, my girl was in Dallas when this went down. She pushed him to switch labels. Was she pulling strings this whole time? And y'all are not ready for how the industry's reacting. Hip-hop is shook right now. Artists are choosing sides. Labels are questioning loyalty. Everybody's wondering who they can really trust. Memphis artists are torn. They want to support their own. But robbing Gucci Mane is a line even street respect can't defend. Atlanta is riding with Gucci because disrespecting a legend is disrespecting the whole city. But here's the real tea. Industry insiders are saying this exposed how much influence GloRilla really has behind the scenes. She's not just a rapper, she's a mover, a strategist, somebody who can convince people to make life-changing decisions. And now look at the fallout. Pooh Shiesty is beefing with Gucci, his Atlanta bridges are probably burned, and for what? An alleged situation with GloRilla, who's still publicly with Brandon Ingram? That's messy on every level. You got an NBA star getting played, a rap legend is getting betrayed, and a rising artist possibly wrecking multiple relationships at once. The long-term damage is real. Pooh's reputation took a hit. Gucci lost an artist he believed in. Brandon is probably questioning everything he thought he knew about his relationship. Trust is broken across the board. But here's the wildest part. GloRilla might actually walk away stronger. She's got Memphis locked in, she may still influence Pooh, and she's still connected to Brandon's NBA lifestyle. No cap, this whole thing feels like a hip-hop soap opera that's still unfolding. You got love, betrayal, robbery, label politics, NBA drama, street loyalty, all wrapped into one crazy story. So if you learned something new from this breakdown, make sure you smash that like button, drop a comment, and tell me what you think really happened. Do you believe GloRilla orchestrated this whole situation? Or do you think Brandon is finally waking up to what's been going on? And if you want more deep dives into the messiest stories in hip-hop and sports, make sure you subscribe, because I've got more coming. This story is far from over, and trust me, more drama is on the way. Those are 7 things you didn't know about the Brandon Ingram, GloRilla, and Pooh Shiesty situation that's got the whole industry talking. Remember, in the streets and in relationships, loyalty is everything. And sometimes, the people pulling the strings behind the scenes can destroy everything you've built. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Stay sharp, stay aware. Peace.